Our guest today is Mr. Ashutosh Kumar, a seasoned professional with over 22 years of experience in diverse industries. From shaping the future of manufacturing and operations to leading global projects for some of the biggest names in the industry.
We embrace the new technology for getting the things online, learning, getting our colleague trained for SAP and other ERP.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, a podcast series by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. I am Tanay All, and today we are absolutely thrilled to bring you an inspiring conversation with a leader who has not only mastered the art of engineering and project management, but has also navigated some of the most dynamic and challenging sectors with remarkable success. Our guest today is Mr. Ashutosh Kumar, a seasoned professional with over 22 years of experience in diverse industries. From shaping the future of manufacturing and operations to leading global projects for some of the biggest names in the industry, his journey is nothing short of extraordinary. He's been at the forefront of driving operational excellence, spearheading groundbreaking initiatives, and delivering results that speak volumes. Whether it's large scale projects in the tech and manufacturing space, setting up new plants, or mentoring teams to achieve greatness, Mr. Kumar's expertise is vast and his leadership truly stands out. Sir, we are so glad to have you with us today. Welcome to FaceTime with Leaders. We're looking forward to diving into your incredible journey.
Thank you, Tanay. It is really pleasure to be with you here, and thank you for a very good and elaborated introduction. Thank you again.
Sir, with an impressive 22 years of experience in project and operations management, you've seen a lot of things accomplished and you've accomplished so much, right? So, when you reflect on your career, what are some of the key moments or milestones that truly stand out to you? Were there any unexpected turns or challenges that helped shape who you are as a leader today? We love to hear about those turning points, the one that made you pause, think, and say yes. That's where it all started to come together.
Well, Tanay, I'll tell you the how our career and professional journey taken care by during last 22 years. Uh, After my especially school days, I have joined Indian Navy, and being a part of defense, you have to embrace the discipline. And once discipline is come to your in your blood, you deliver the whatever you want or whatever any organization, any situation demands from you. So once I joined Indian Navy, after that I was there for 15 years during my complete engineering I did from there. Then after I got the responsibility for managing various engineering department in different role, different places, and different scenario. Being a part of the Navy, I was posted on the ship for longer duration, and in those tenure when we were in ship, you have very limited resources available. So you have to be very agile in your approach. You have to be very resilient during that period also and adaptive also. Many times you have a lot of options available. Many times you don't have any options available to sail through during those periods. So during naval tenure, given me a good foundation to explore the opportunity and role I got after my naval period. So taking the foundation as a platform, I joined a corporate around 10 years back, and then from naval background to corporate and coming to a chemical industry, they were also ventured into the machine manufacturing. I have taken role for the machine manufacturing division, and then starting from the service, then to the project, then to the R&D, then to the manufacturing. All complex things you have to handle. So yes, Navy and for my first organization expanded, and then I came to the Canandicos, which was the Italian company, and handling the operation of India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and some of the Gulf market. There I did many complex projects. There you have a diversified culture, language barrier many time zone differences.
Yes.
So you have to manage a lot of things. Uh, and finally, with the working with completing the project of the many global leaders, could be a Whirlpool, could be a Reliance, could be the automotive companies where they have the project that I have completed. In due course of time, I was part of UNDP project also. There they were working for the for in the UNDP phase out program where ozone layer were depleting on that. They were changing some chemicals or something. So you have to get into the application in depth and how you can incorporate into the machine manufacturing and how it will delivered to the end product and how it will give a result. So it was really a part of their global ESG program where you are taking care of the sustainability also and abiding by all the government rules, ethics, principles, and laws. So these are my journey. What I gone through that. Then my last organization, I joined as a manufacturing head, a general manager manufacturing, and there I am responsible for their expansion project, where I am taking care of the setting of the new manufacturing facility and handling the change management also, because this organization started to leaping towards the global level. And then there, once you have the major changes, expansion, lot of things you have to manage apart from the expansion, apart from the adding the people, getting the uh, old people, those who are here for the years, to changing their mindset to adopt the new technology, so you can sail through all the upcoming challenges which will be facing to the industry. So it was really good journey. I'll really thank the opportunity I got. I'll feel I am blessed to get the opportunity of the diverse role, diverse organization, and you can say almost all are having expertise in different domain. So by going through all these 22 years, I say I'm ready to adopt any new challenge, whether it was my expertise or not. Once you are ready to learn anything, you can sail through any situation.
Very well
That's
said. I
what I
think
got.
the last line resonates with all of us. I think that if you're ready to
Right.
learn, there's no challenge that's too
Do no
big.
challenge. Right.
So you've had the opportunity to lead some truly high profile projects with global giants like Reliance, LG and Samsung, companies that are known for their innovation and scale. Now, managing projects of that magnitude must have come with its own set of unique challenges, especially when navigating different cultures, time zones and expectations. So looking back, were there any moments that really tested you, whether it was a difficult decision, a cultural barrier, or even a personal challenge? Was there ever any? I'm sure there would have been, but could you share any moment like that? And how did you stay grounded and find your way through, those tough spots?
Yes, sure. I'll explain my last conversation with you. Whenever you are handling any complex scenario, complex challenges may come within your organization first, then the client you are handling, the situation or challenges comes from there also. So I'll give you two examples. One was within our organization, and next point will be the challenges coming from the customer. I'll tell you, within our organization, the scenario just after the COVID, I'll tell you, when we started opening, and considering the challenges after the COVID everybody had. Unfortunately, once we opened, we had the issue of our account and purchase team both left due to XYZ reason. And it was the time where it was really difficult to get the new person hired on board, give them the training about the whatever you do, how is your culture, because that time everybody was not coming to the office. So interaction with your colleague and everything, these were very difficult. So we hired one person quickly, but unfortunately he could not get settled due to the COVID situation and all. Coming to the office was again challenges. That was the situation where we were at that time. We were building a plant to one of the major manufacturer of the refrigeration industries. Those who are coming with a new setup or building their setup for mass production of this thing. So once you don't have your purchase team and accounting, everything get disturbed. So what we started doing, that we thought we should find someone within the organization who is ready to take the challenges, and we could have a support to him by getting all the technology he need, all the technological support he need, all the assistance he need. So we started evaluating quickly. All management sit together. We discussed about, on this point within us. Then we gave this opportunity. We coined this point that is there anyone who can take this responsibility. So we find one gentleman who was ready to do that, and he assured us that if he gets some assistance from his day-to-day job, he's ready to learn that. So really we were excited. So those days we start, these online interaction has been started on the largest scale. So we could train him for the tally and other things that way. And purchase team also had given opportunity to interact with all the vendors from who they are procuring. Their time, it's a leadership has to involve. You don't think that you are leader, you have given the do this thing and it will not happen. Because transition, at the time of transition, you must involve yourself. This is my way of working. And what I learned from this. So I'm also, and our entire team got involved in this. And I'll tell you, this really helped us. We got the things come online quickly. And finally, after 2 or 3 months, we learned that this was the really good decision we could make it, because we got the things started rolling quickly. First thing, it was within the period when you have the joining time of your new employee for, say, example, 2 months or something. So that also will reduce. We didn't have any issue in that. And after 3 months, everything was in line. So see, in this, we took the help of new technology. It's always take you embrace the new technology. So we embraced the new technology for getting the things online, learning, getting our colleague trained for SAP and other ERP or the system they were using. Then other colleague acquaintance with other colleague and vendors also, that also help us. So really we sailed through. So this was the example of how internally we have decided that in this difficult situation, you should look around you only. Many times we're looking for how we'll get the solution.
Yeah.
I don't think you think many things what we should do, but there is a solution near to you only. So see, within the organization, we got the person, we helped him. He's the day-to-day, and now I'll tell you at this moment he is leading this verticals also. So really, this we, at least I got that first. Whenever you need a new opportunity or new opening, first look within yourself, within your organization. You may find some suitable person. This is the way approach I learned. Now the case when scenario comes where there was a issue at the customer side. Same scenario with after around, it was a case of 2023.
Okay.
Again, we were building up the new wind blade plant where it's a really complex thing. A lot of stakeholders are involved because in last year there was no external stakeholder. Here, as a supplier, we were involved of the machines or project. As a customer was also involved. Second stakeholder, third stakeholder, government compliances were very critical. They have to follow all these. Many times we started doing things after advancement. If any point is skipped, they say, no, Ashutosh, we have to incorporate these things also, and again we have to rework on that. And then supply chain management was also there. In this time, there was involvement of some supply chain issue related to the global supply chain was disturbed during, Russia and Ukraine war that time. So then what we felt production, we were ready to take all the production, but supply chain was disturbed. So we knew that this project is going to be delayed. So we started interacting with the customer more and more, updating them on each point. See, boss, we are having these challenges, and you don't throw challenges to everyone, just to tell them that these are the solution also. Otherwise, you tell only challenges, they will be really hopeless. Okay, what will happen now? So then we gave them solution also. These are the challenges, and how we are countering these to the solutions also. So what happened again? The things we were expecting to get it from the Germany, but due to supply chain, it took more than we understood that one project. This was already delayed. So next supply, we started looking for a, supplier within India, but with the same quality. We convinced the customer this is our responsibility because we know this subject. So this is our responsibility to get you the desired result, desired warranty period. But you just give me the approval. This yes, Ashutosh, take the challenge and you do it. So because engineering, we were aware about the engineering, we were aware about our things. So we contributed a lot of input to our vendor, and we developed those things. So you know, means now we are discussing of the manufacturing locally and taking it the pace. What at the every day you have to increase that one. Around 4 or 5 years back, also only 3 years back, we started doing that one, and we developed the things which was supposed to divert from Germany, but before next shipment, we got it from locally here. So advantage was there. We looked again within India. First example was within the organization. Next example is within India. Within India, we developed this thing, or now it's sustained. We know how it is done. Our local supplier is there, our global supplier is there. So we got additional suppliers also. So really, at the time of this tough situation, tough challenges make you more resilient, more robust, and you really, once you work as a team, you get the result. So all stakeholders coming together, targeting the challenges and finding the solution really helped us. Really.
So, you've given your extensive expertise in predictive and preventive maintenance. You've likely encountered the challenge of balancing short term production goals with long term maintenance needs. Sir, in your experience, how can organizations effectively manage this balance to minimize unplanned downtimes without compromising on production targets? What would you say is the key to achieving this balance, especially when the pressure is really high?
See, productivity is the first target to any manager. I'll tell you, they don't want to listen anything that they can. As a team, we cannot produce a thing, and then only it could be sustainable business. If you don't produce the thing, you don't get the business. You don't get the business. Rule on will not.
Yeah.
So important is that how we can do it. See, and productivity is important, but the machine who give you the production, their maintenance is also important here.
Yeah.
So many times production department will not give you the slot for maintenance, and maintenance team says we are not getting the slot to do the proper maintenance. That's the one. So see, nowadays again I says brainstorming, coming together of all stakeholders. This is example of internal collaboration and leadership involved. How it flows? It flows like finally what is the in target? In target is to the maintain your machine in the very well condition, so you don't have any unplanned downtime. That is the point. So your production is continuing. So for two stakeholder is one is the production team, another is the maintenance team. But here other stakeholder has to be involved, like the sales team who are targeting that how much production team has to put it into the warehouse so they can sell it. So one stakeholder is this guy. Another stakeholder is the supply chain team. A third is the operational team, and two already we discussed, production and maintenance team. If everyone comes together, they can plan everything. So production team understand what all things to be produced in what time of span of time. Supply chain management team understand that what all things to be come into our store. So whenever production team wants some raw material, something we should be able to deliver. Then comes to maintenance team. They should be able to understand that production is also important. So they should look for lean period whenever production is low. Every time throughout the year don't have the pressure time. So you have the lean period. Then if one dashboard, you have all the information available, taking the help of IoT or new ERP system and everything. So you understand the broader picture from A to Z, how things are there. So managing, taking the leverage of the new technologies, collaboration within the internal stakeholder, we can sail through. So lean period can be utilized whenever you have the generally evening time, or whenever there is a change of shift, that time you can involve yourself. And coming to the broader picture, that when things goes out of warehouse, that time you understand that what all how much space we have for the goods which are produced, that can be stored out. So these complete thing make a complete cycle where you have to handling the pressure of a production, giving the sufficient time to your maintenance team to do these all things. Every leader, every plant head, whoever handling this scenario must understand that it's not that only production can help you. You have to allocate time to the maintenance team so they can deliver the things. And maintenance team should understand that they have to be a little bit flexible. That whenever there is a lean patch of production, may it be a complete downtime cycle or evening or shift period, these all things, many time one person has to understand that once any maintenance period is coming, so they have to add a stock, buffer stock, so by the time you have the maintenance, your finally production team that does not suffer that they don't have anything in stock, or what else they'll give to their supply chain manager. So this is the collaboration. In one line, if I say, if all internal stakeholder collaborate among each other, we can have the solution for this, and that's how we are handling this.
So you've managed some incredibly complex high-profile projects with global companies, and a big part of those projects involved working with international suppliers. Can you share some of your insights on how you've navigated vendor management, especially when it comes to building trust, maintaining those internal relationships, and making sure suppliers meet the mark in terms of quality and delivery?
See, whenever we are going for international vendor, that time they are away from you. Like you cannot visit on the physical basis on the daily basis. Daily. If your vendor is nearby, you can visit many times. Your team can visit many times, whenever is required. And communicating across the screen like we are communicating is the available for both. So whenever we are handling the industrial vendor, there is a cultural barrier. You always understand that there is a cultural barrier. Their way of working will be something different. Our way of working will be a little bit different from whatever they are doing. Their holiday time could be different. Our holiday time could be different. But we have to manage. We have to get the material from them on the right time, so we don't have the overstock in our our warehouse, and we don't have the shortage of the raw material. So cultural, timing, again language is there. So being a leader, 3-4 things we must think. You should be very good in understanding the body language of your vendor. This is my way of understanding. Where many times you don't understand the language or something, but seeing their eyes, their body language, you can understand whether this supplier is committing falsely that yes, boss, I'll give it to you. This thing, don't worry, or that whether they have really thinks this thing.
Yeah.
Another thing, on the vendor management, I'm just focusing on the international supplier to be applicable to the local supplier also. You must understand their value chain management. I am committing, for example, I am committing to you for XYZ anything to supply. But what are the raw material involved, from how complete scenario is taking place for their raw material to their supplier, to their vendors. If they are supporting them, then only someone can deliver to you. So we have to take care of this. So first, you have to respect their culture, you have to respect their timing, you have to understand their complete function, how things works. Then fourth, that is the important thing, whenever you interact with any vendor, start, let it be existing one or it's a new one, be crystal clear about your goal, about your project, everything. Don't hide anything. There, and it's my what I understand that during these tenure, because I have expertise, you can say, by dealing with the many vendors with different segment, different industries. That uh, when you start any business with your customer, maybe vendors also, if they have the crystal clear requirement, understanding from you, they give you better result. So because if they understand that what are the challenges you could face if they are not delivering, what are the existing pain point we are having, why we are adding a new vendor. If it's the new requirement, well and good. If it is not new requirement, then why we are changing the vendor? That has to be understood. So we should explain clearly our pain point. So this is the problem we are facing with the existing vendor. We have this quality benchmark achieved. We want to progress more, or we want to have another set of suppliers because existing vendor is having capacity stagnation, they cannot fulfill our requirement, these all things. So this is a crystal clarity on the project, and you should have more communication with the vendor. For example, right now you got something for next maybe 1 month, you don't need anything. But if you continue communicating with them, maybe on the project, what new things they are developing, what new things we are thinking to develop for our product portfolio. So they'll be well prepared about your additional requirement, future requirement. This will be so more you collaborate with your vendors or any stakeholder, more insight you get and more better way you can do that. So building a trust, this way you can do that. Next, supporting to your vendor. It is very important whether you are getting business, you are giving business him or not. It doesn't matter. Matter is that whenever they need support. For example, we are communicating with each other on the business. You have the hope. Maybe my existing vendor doesn't have the full capacity. So in future you can get the business. That's the way. Similar way, many times we have seen that our vendor our one existing automation partner, they were developing some project and all. So they says and come to me, Astoshi, we wanted to give your name that we are doing this project with you. So I said, yes, okay, you can do it. Just show me whatever you are discussing. Then I asked me why. Why you asking me? You are already doing project. You can take our name. Many customers says that don't take our name. This is very confidential and all. My thinking is that if Elon Musk can put the Hyperloop system on the public domain to whatever though they research, why not others?
Yeah.
See, if someone want to take the advantage and leverage of your existing thing, they can take it leverage on the later stage also. So don't you? So you'll believe that he was very happy. He wanted to put this conference paper to in some international conference, and he was very excited. He said, "Astos, just due to your support, we got that order also. Really, this that." So building a trust, giving transparency to them, talking to them, making it means making it comfortable that yes, if sometime I ask, I need some of my customer, definitely they can. This will definitely give you a better perspective of thinking that way. And in this way, what happened once you going for a broader picture, you get the clarity from your vendor about what the new ESG compliance are coming, what are the CS responsibility, what other industry peers are doing that.
Yeah.
So it is the win-win situation for others. So this really help us, and then definitely you can take the leverage of the digital transformation going on in the world. You can always take this thing. This is helpful for the vendor, for me, for my board, for my company, for everyone. So this is how I take the advantage of manage the vendor, mainly international vendors.
And you very rightly said that sometimes it's also important about understanding what he wants, what is he saying, and
Right.
getting him more than what his words say, but what his personality also says, what his eyes say. Very well said, sir. That's sometimes the reality, which we often don't look at. We just hear and move on. So,
Once you have the clear picture of what you want, and for that what all things he need, whether
correct.
they have or not, whether
Yes.
they have or not. So
Yes.
this thing you can judge that.
Yeah. Sir, you've already built such an impressive legacy juggling global projects, innovation, and leadership. As someone who's always been at the forefront of change, I'm curious, what does the future hold for you? Like, where do you see yourself heading next, both in your personal journey and as a leader in the boardroom? What's the next chapter you're excited to write?
Uh, on this occasion, I really thank Director Institute first that recently we have completed this independent letter program, and based on your structural framework, how you impart the experience, the learning, and what all things we know, I'm really excited for the new adventure, and I'll keep adding things. What I see, it's either professional or personal. Both are complementing each other. So let's say, for example, see as a personal front. Uh, Starting from maybe that give me the foundation, then the corporate world maybe expanded, maybe a Canon, maybe a Vinsak, or giving me a very good platform to take it. I'll take this opportunity and this platform to build it further. No, so I'm with this certification what I cleared last month, last month only. So I am ready for take the additional responsibility or new responsibility. Like I said in my last previous questions, that if you are ready to learn, you can do wonder with whatever comes challenges come to you, you can say into that one. So I'm ready to take the responsibility for that. So that will keep adding my personal this thing. And once it moves on, few things this is in my mind, I should do that one. For example, take the ESG part. One is the social part. So our industry or our country will grow if we have uh, next lineup ready for the leadership. So I'll really love to impart my experience, knowledge to the next line of leadership. So they also become a very good leader, have the clear understanding to end understanding. That way, this is the one my part. What I'm thinking, and definitely I'll work towards that. And another thing, again, come to the social one. In industry, not industry, it's a personal perspective. A lot of old people are there who has to be taken care. At the see now a scenario coming that many times the now world become global. It's a global perspective. Today I am there, my mother father in my hometown, or some people those who are staying in India, they cannot leave due to effects and all. Their next generation is somewhere else. There must be something to be done for those guys, because at the old days, lot of care to be taken for them. And I think those who are on the senior level and they could do anything, they must do for that. So those do thing I'll try to incorporate in my on the personal this thing. And if I focus in the uh, based on the expertise I got, based on the learning, leadership, innovation, ESG, and take the new responsibility. So whenever I get the opportunity to contribute towards the betterment of any board, any organization, country, I leverage that one. And one more thing, because to take it very in the faster way, uh, adding all the organization and transformation through digital platform. You take AI, you take ML, you take IoT 4.0. Nowadays, we are talking about the 5.0. Okay, so if you collaborate all these things together, definitely we will grow, our company will grow, our board will grow, and our country will grow. Everybody will grow. So growing together, what I say.
Absolutely, we are a growing economy, and like you said, a major part of that is also giving back to leaders who are the future leaders of tomorrow, right? So you are doing a
Yes,
wonderful. Yes,
correct.
sir.
But means we are talking about the sustainability. So
Yeah,
other things, environmental, social, and governance is also. So who will take care of this? New
yeah.
generation of leader has to take care of this.
Otherwise, we have
That.
concepts and not good leaders. Then again, we'll go back to the same circle of losing out what's important, right? Unless we
All
have
right.
people who take care of that. So, as companies and industries increasingly focus on sustainability, how do you see your role of ESG evolving in business strategy, and how have you personally incorporated these principles in your work?
Yes, ESG maybe few years back, it was the tick box. All organizations had to tick, yes, they are following that.
Yeah.
But now it is not the scenario, because it added value to your organization. See, as per government's norms or SEBI norms or whatever you say, company law, you have few listed companies, top few listed companies, they are abide by these regulations by force. They have to that. But few maybe last I was there in the future factory, so as a speaker, so we were discussing about the same topic. Government had made a norms that some XYZ top some company has to do. What about others? And what about those who are not listed?
Yes.
So conclusion comes that, see, those who are listed or top 1,000 company, they have to follow the thing, that thing, the norms. But those who are not there, and they are thinking that they'll not be a part of this, it cannot be possible. If you are not following those footsteps, you'll be ruled out.
Yeah.
Because they also have to make a report. They are inculcating these habits, bigger companies, so their vendor, their supply chain management has to abide by these rules. They're following up. So if I'm not following, whoever our customer, few years later, I'll not be their vendor, because will be thrown out, because we are not following those guidelines. So we must do that one, and so it become a necessity. If you are following, you are become brand, you are branding yourself, positioning at the right place. If you are in forefront of implementing the ESG and CSR, you could be a market leader on that segment also, that way. And if uh, we are following these all things, we get the better investor, better stakeholder, better support from them, these all things. So that's why, I have given you that references that in the Vinsak I am handling the scenario of making a new manufacturing facilities. So we are taking care of all the ESG norms, like ensuring whether we are implementing all those energies, considering the energy savings parameters, whether you are using renewable energy or not, how we can have the better social impact on outside stakeholders. Leave the outside, internal also. We are training a lot nowadays. You'll see every weekend part of the few. See, globally, people are going for 40 hours working weeks or something. Globally, if we say, or 35 years, sometimes 35 hours also. So we thought, if they can generate revenue by working those many hours, so whatever remaining hours, can we focus on the training our team?
Yeah.
If we train our team in those period, we'll be able to deliver much more if we are working higher range of hours. So definitely it will add value to our organization and others also on the governance part. All the norms has to be followed, and norms should not be followed on the form of norm. It should become your, for example, if we can we make one step further. For example, you get some approval for CBMC kind of thing, where you get green, red, and green, orange, and red zone. Even if your factory is in green zone, you don't have to follow the you are following the legal route, but there is something called moral ethics also. If you follow that one, why don't you prepare your organization or your factory for the orange zone? So if anything goes wrong tomorrow, and government don't have to change, just to see your example that you didn't follow that one, some accident happened and you are or due to you all industry is suffering. So we are taking care of solar kind of thing. We are taking of the rainwater harvesting kind of thing. Whatever possible, we are doing that one for environment, social. I already said, for continuing to the society and within your organization also. And third, government norms we are following. So this way, really, it will help me, my organization, as whole as a country and global level also to contribute.
So you've had the chance to be a part of Directors Institute, and we would love to know how has your experience been so far? Has it influenced the way you approach leadership and decision making? Maybe even brought some fresh perspective to your work?
See, I think last two questions I have already given this answer. Well, I'll again summarize that one. See, everybody, those who are wanting to learn, they'll get some input from XYZ places. But how our or my learning curve get reduced, rather than if I don't get things in a structured way. it would have taken much more time to get those IC exam cleared or something, whatever. But the way you structured your course, content, and existing board, many sessions we had with existing board of directors or mentors who have given their insight how could have been done in this scenario. That was the very example given by them. And we learned that what all things tomorrow, once I become an independent director or be a part of board of director, what all things to be taken care for yourself, for your colleague, for your different stakeholder, maybe other board of directors, maybe your investor, maybe your customer, maybe your supply chain management, your minority stakeholder, everyone. So really your structural approach helped me to getting the insight in the very small time. So my learning curve has been reduced. If I'm willing to learn, I learn XYZ in a different way. But really it helped me in reducing my learning curve. And what I see, I getting a lot of input from you guys, what all things are happening around the world. And because I have ventured into that, I wanted to be a board of director or part of board of director. So what all things I should take care. Regular frequency, I'm getting the mail and other things. A lot of webinar you are creating, a lot of seminar you are organizing summits and all, really helping. Really, thank you.
Lovely, sir. It's been a pleasure having you with us today. Your insights, your journey, your leadership stories have been nothing short of inspiring, and it's not every day that you get to hear from someone who has such a wealth of experience in different fields, like you said, the Navy, corporate field, and I mean, your passion for driving change is truly inspiring, sir. So thank you so much once again for making it today.
Thank you. Thank you.
To our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, great leadership is all about growth, learning, and having the courage to make an impact. Until next time, stay inspired and have fun in your journey. Thank you so much.